A dainty dilemma. Oh, we went straight for a cutscene here, okay. Hello there, Ryusei. I must say, you're looking comfortable enough with those stabbers of yours. I reckon a good and ready for your first assignment. Why is there no soundtracks here? Ordinarily, I'd stow me with and let you get one with your work, but seeing as we only just dragged you into the shadows, there might be a couple things that ye ain't familiar with yet. Let's build on that you likely do know. And that's the fact that the Admiral, God's bless her soul, has outlawed piracy in Lim Salominsa. So why do you think there is still so many starting pirates in this town? I'll tell you why. It's because there is still one way for him to loot that pillage without incurring the wrath of the law. All you need to do is apply to serve the Talocracy as certified privateer. A captain with a privateer's license is free to terrorize the seas till the owl goats come home, so long as he only targets vessels that belong to the Garland Empire. Of course, considering how bloody vast the Empire is, that's plenty of looting around. Crews fill their holds with the Imperial plunder, then sail back here to list off loads to spoils. And that's where this particular case went sour. See, this one crew got their flambeaus on a magic tech device, a firing mechanism to be precise. But that was rooked on their hull by some heavy-handed coast. If you recall, that don't sit well with the code. If you're bold enough to rook the pirates on his due, then you'd best prepare for a visit of the rogues. Ah, and speaking of visiting rogues, underfoot, over here, lad. I want to pair your working target together on this. Pass sentence on them code, define rooks, and bite back that magic tech part. Eh? What's the code need me for? You're in charge of the crew. You're in charge of new recruits, ain't he? It's Ryusei's first assignment. You're to go along with giving the benefit of your reason. Since when I was in charge of new recruits? Ah, bugger it. So I guess we're to be partners for now. For the now. The name is Perimu Haurimu, but most of my fellows call me Underfoot. He might seem a touch reluctant, but Perimu is one of our best. You just do as he says, and you get the job done. Alright. Is this a guy, or... I guess doesn't matter. Alright, me young rogue, seeing as this is your first official outing, I want to be sure your dance stabs are up to the task. With them sword blades, you need to get in the good closer to your mark, eh? But we ain't bleeding swords in shiny armor, and the lighter kit we wear ain't much protection for a click again. So if you don't fancy splitting blood and teeth, your best defense is simply not being there when your mark winds up to land a nasty cloud. Sliding around the flank usually does the trick, but there is some run fun every rogue should master, the shade shift. Clear your mind and trust in your speed, and you can leave an axe-wielding brute spell of a finger in the magic chasm your shadow while you blur your stabbers in his guts. Right, now it's time to put this lesson to practice against some of those Aurelia in the Low Larnoseia. I hope you was paying attention, lad, cause those tentacles can back a wallop. Enjoy. Okay, so he wants me to get some Aurelias out of the way. I mean, I've practiced it enough. I don't know why you just won't trust I'm capable of this, but okay. Let's do your way then. Look what a beautiful day in Lim Salominsa. Look at the sky. Kinda pink. Yeah, pink sky. That surely is not pollution. Pollution. I like running with the stabbers on. Look at that. So bleeding awesome. Zoom in. I like calling the knife stabber too, like stabber. It's such a nice name. Stabber. They are meant to stab. Do we have any sort of... No. Don't have any type of bonuses. Gotta go back already? God damn it. Done with your practice then. Hehe. Once thing on tacticals buggers don't teach ye to stay on your toes, eh? Ahem. Now we've got your blood rushing. I'd say it's time to get down to work. First things first, we need to track down the ad-led coves that rooked the Magitech gadget. Might be as one of our grogs has heard something. The guild thrives on information, you see. And with agents scattered far and wide with their glazes, keen and their whiteouts on the ground. Let's pay a visit to the tall one at the drawing range, ask her for a weak ale, and see what gets you. I'm not setting you for a laugh, lad, trust me. Alright, weak ale. Gotta get it. Ow. Do you guys like when I zoom in like that? I like it. I like when the characters are in first person. Like my character in first person and I'm talking to an NPC. I feel like it's very immersive that way. Sometimes when there are those Lalafels, there's the little Lalafel things, it's just hard because the text get in front of their face. And I have to keep pressing the right button of my mouse for it to be rightfully focused, so I just get a little bit, just zoom out a little bit. Welcome to the drawing range. What's your pleasure, sir? Weak ale. Never in all my days we may serve some cheap grog in the range, but not that was warranted, that watered down. If your usual ale is too bold for your taste, mayhaps you'd like to order the underground menu. Aye. There's quite a lot on offer for a customer with your roguish charms. Was there something in particular I could help you with? Ah, trouble over the Magitech loot? It was not a subtle job. Stop. The gang in question is an unusual group formed the former pirate calling themselves the Dainty Demolishers. They seem to be enamored of court dainty mannerism and have a preference for seizing garden machinery. They're also known for conspiring with goblins. Rumor says that the Demolishers visit the Beastman camp in Middle Anosea to fence their goods. And those goods generally take the form of Imperial technology. I imagine the goblins were rather pleased to take possession of Mark XLIYY anti-aircraft cannon fire mechanism. If you mean to steal the device, then your trail leads to the goblin camp in Summerford. Summerford, eh? On your way, lad. Meet me across the river from the camp and we'll plan the next move. Yo, you're here? I haven't seen a motherfucker here. Alright, we're going to Summerford then. Summerford. 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 Ford and summer. Summer in Ford for Summerford. Summerford. There. Summerford. 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 Hey Primo, what you doing? Get your noggin down, you see? I've been sneaking across the way there. No sign of demolishers, but I did see one of them Gambler's Cove stuffing the garland gadget into his backpack. I knew Talon would steer us right. This is your chance, lad. Cloud the Glamour Gobby and grab the device. I've lost track of which gob it was, but I'm thinking it's that sod on the left. Just make sure you can dance around the bomb, any bomb's blast. Twisting and dodging in the middle of a fireball might not save you from getting your eyebrows signed off. Alright, I'll get him. Haha, give it to me! Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Didn't kill it. Presents the firing, whatever. To me, Mimo. That wasn't very roguish. That's the way, lad. There was not for me to but sit on the barrels and watch, so you got the goods then. Aye, this is the device, and no mistaken. Let's get back to the guild, eh? Still all the Demolisher bastards a million, but they'll keep for the now. Here, you should be the one to deliver the price check. It was your hand was snatched out of the goblin's paws after all. Jack. Captain, I say, some fiend has perpetrated violence upon our goblin colleagues with this sought, but to wet our throats with fine libations. This will not stand, Captain. Our finely flinched loot has been pilfered from under our noses. Blast and bother, my blood boils and bubbles at territory of this affront. I know not the identity of these audacious buffoons, but they shall be made to pay, and pay dearly with me, my fine fellows. Huzzah! They made a huzzah? Come on. Huzzah! Who does huzzah, man? Freaking huzzah. Managed to grab that firing mechanism yet, you were saying? Still in one piece too. You've done well for your first assignment, lad. I don't like it. I don't like much, but that crew put their lives on the line to claw this here bauble. They were pleased to see it snatched back from the ruffians. We've yet to do for the dainty demolishers, Jack. The job ain't over. Right, underfoot. It ain't. You break the gold, you face the consequences. Oh, this is not all what I expected from the inside of a convent. On, who might you be, sirs? Your ignorance is understandable. After all, our schemes are always perfect, our heists impeccable. Shall I reveal our information, name, and drink in your delicious terror? We are deadly dastardly, and dictionally devilish, quail before the dainty demolishers. Yeah, they're clowns. Captain, I say, there is a cat who misappropriated our merchandise. There is the cat that misappropriated our merchandise. I concur. He is the self-same simpleton whom we trail unnoticed to this very establishment. Surprise, surprise. Now, my dear dainties, let us not be unpleasant. We should endeavor to resolve this distastefulness without resorting to insults or other less diplomatic methods, at least not yet. You there, yes, the clean-cheeked errand boy. Be a good fellow and fetch me your superior. One of our colleagues has committed a terrible crime. One of your colleagues has committed a terrible crime against us. And we shall not be leaving until the proper resolution has been paid. Oh, an errand boy now, am I? Tell me, Captain, just what kind of place you think this is then? Huh? This place? Why, I suppose it is some manner of convent. The one-eyed doorman named it the dutiful sisters of Edelweiss or some such. And if yet to realize your mistake, your fate was sealed the moment you dragged your sorry quarrel across the threshold. Are you threatening me, boy? Have my fellows cut... I'll have my fellows cut out that impudent tongue. We've exhausted the reserves of dainty today, lads. Show these fraudulent sisters how demolishers deal with upstarts. You still don't understand, do you? There are but 3 sorts of calls that the doorman let us pass. Clients, recruits... Godspeed. I'll kill you all! Think your mom teach you not to interrupt a lady when she's talking? You'd have learned that there are third solo... You'd have learned that the third sort of cull is bollocks for brains, mark what martyred himself right to the tongues of den. Rogues? But we're so careful. I'd heard tales in my pirate days, stories about the merciless raids who uphold the code. They weren't called rogues back then, though. The upright thieves they were. The knives in the shadows. You can't be them. You're just trying to scare me. Well, the captain of dainty demolishers is not so easily cowed. To the hells with your deceptions! Huzzah! Huzzah for my fallen comrades! There we go. That guy is a cool ass motherfucker. Deceptions. Aye, anyone you meet could be a rogue, Captain. Even a clean-cheeked errand boy. He's still breathing, find some rope and steering him up someplace in town. I love my throat. And now the job's done. Quite an introduction you had there, eh? Welcome to Lisa Luminsian, ever-churning underbelly, where the chiefs shed their skins and became rogues. Not much for discussing the old days, but since it's come up, I might as well clean up the confusion. It was back when piracy was still at its peak. The coves what protected the code were dimber lembers, the best lads and lasses to be had from among the pirate crews. They beat back the goods, what was wrongly beaten, and came for the guilty under cover of dark men's. Upright thieves became the title of these coves, what dealt in sectionating, stealing, and milling. But it was only those as had cut out ties with the buccaneer's life what was accepted into the ranks, conflicting loyalties and all that. They formed their own guild and even their own way of speaking, and what was once pirates was pirates no more. Later on, the Merrib took the Admiral's chair and the upright thieves agreed to abide by her laws. We became the Rogues Guild to mark the change and alter our recruiting policy to accept adventurers like yourself. But although the title is different, the job remains the same: uphold the code and preserve the underground society what spawned us. Just as you've done with this assignment. Keep up the good work, Ryusei, and you'll go far in the shadows. Alright, bro, thanks. Ning 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 ninja. We're about to get a little bit better on our equipments. Look at us. We have bronze daggers now. And more suiting equipment. Here we go.